What are you bringing to your mat today? So, if you're just joining the story of my life, I've been climbing some mountains recently. And so, every Thursday night after work, Matt and I drive up to the White Mountains in New Hampshire and we go climb some mountains. So, we stay over Thursday night, and early morning we wake up on Friday and um, after having picked the mountains we want to climb, we go climb them. And in that space, in that time, so we've been doing this about a month, we've sort of been just gathering this, what I like to call mountain wisdom. So each time we go, we just take a little piece of wisdom from the mountain that we kind of integrate into our lives. And it's cool because, the hikes happen on Friday, and then I come here Saturday, and I've got some good stuff to share with you guys. So this morning, the wisdom is, are you ready for it? I see some nods, all right. Sometimes it's just lunge. Yes, I said it, lunge. So it was probably about after a full hour of right foot forward lunge, left foot forward lunge, high lunge, low lunge. Sometimes my hands are on the ground and sometimes they're up. And it was just this over and over again yesterday. And I started to think there's nothing as important as low lunge. So to give you a little more color, when I go hiking, I am very yoga teacher about it. Okay, is my knee directly over my ankle? Should I wrap my right hip back, left hip forward, hug the belly in towards the back, close the hip points? It's very methodical. And Matt and I, so my partner Matt, we started noticing this interesting pattern of, we'd probably be about 3 to 4 hours into our hike, and Matt would start petering out. He would kind of just be like, I don't know, BB. I don't know if I can do this. And we started realizing that his pattern of hiking is to jump into this hike and go as fast as he can, right away, right from the gate. Fast as he can, he's feeling strong, he's feeling energized, he goes for it. And then what happens 4 hours in is his knees are hurting and he's not in great condition. So what we realized is, like, in the beginning of the hike, so the beginning of our class today, we take impeccable steps from the get-go. So each low lunge that you take climbing up that mountain is impeccable. You go slow, you find the breath, you maintain awareness of your alignment. And the only thing that matters is that step right there in that moment. So it eliminates this kind of horizontal thinking of, okay, 3 steps ago I did this, and maybe in a few steps I'll do this. It's like you don't have time to think about all of that. You have to take each step exactly as it is, and in that you find this divine grace. So in the low lunge yesterday, the 3,000 low lunges I did, I found divine grace. I just felt so connected because all it was right there in that present moment. So today, we're going to be doing some poses. How can you find that sense of divine grace? By being ultimately present there with that low lunge, high lunge, warrior 3, warrior 2, warrior 1. Doesn't matter. How can you be there with that pose? And so in these next few steps of our practice, be impeccable. Take your time. Big breath in, feel the belly rise. Exhale it out. And then again, inhale, really nice and full, filling up all the way. Exhale it all the way out. This time we're going to breathe in for a count of 5. Exhale for 6. So inhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay with that breath. So the beginning steps include building the awareness of self and breath in body. Really nice and slow. Just start to bend the knees, planting the feet flat on the earth. So starting first by just drawing the right knee in towards your chest. Wrapping your fingers around the belly of the right thigh, you'll kick that right heel up towards the ceiling and pause here. So gently just kicking your right leg into your hands. You're kind of wrapping that right hip down away from the right low ribs. And just this. I was kind of laughing to myself yesterday, actually, because I realized in class how much I say the words just this. So I'll say it impulsively throughout this class, and you'll notice it. But it's funny because I was laughing yesterday because it really is just this. It's really just a hamstring stretch right now. How can we find divine grace here? Breathing, moving. Start to move your left heel towards the top of the mat, straightening both legs. Finding the fullness of the breath. And then just slowly start to bend the right knee, crossing the right knee over towards the left side. Take a little twist. And right arm reaches out towards the right, gaze follows. So finding the breath here, nice and full. And then we're going to reach the right arm all the way over towards the left side. We're going to roll completely onto the left side of the body. So you can straighten this left arm towards the top of the mat and just rest on your bicep like a pillow. And just bend the left knee slightly. So you're going to use that bottom leg as a little bit of a kickstand. So I like to just bend it a little bit. So the bottom knee, left knee. And then you're going to bend the right heel in towards your seat, grabbing for the right ankle. And just take a thigh stretch here. So see if you can connect the thighs or at least get them relatively close towards one another. You're going to kick the right foot into the right hand and lengthen the right knee away from the right side groin. Breathing nice and full into the top of the right thigh. And then nice and slow, come back on your back. Both knees bent, feet flat. And just kick your left heel up towards the ceiling. Interlace fingers behind the belly of the left thigh. Hey, Dawn. What's going on, girl? Come on in. So you're just kicking the left leg into the hands, kicking up through that left heel, pulling the toes down towards the shin, and just breathing nice and full. Finding that full breath. just starting to lengthen the right heel towards the top of the mat. So 2 legs straight, heels kicking away from your body as your toes pull back towards your shins. Bend the left knee, cross the left knee over towards the right side, taking a twist. Left arm reaches out towards the left, gaze follows. So see if you can find the breath, especially in this pose, that full, well-rounded breath. So another thing I've been realizing on my hikes is that a hike is kind of just like yoga. You just keep going and going, but really you're going and going, and the center, the focus of your practice is the breath. So you find the breath first, and then your body just kind of moves around it. So I wonder what that looks like for you today in your practice. Finding the breath, the rest is just peripheral. Start to roll all the way onto your right side, straightening your right arm. You can rest your right ear over top of your right arm, and then just taking that thigh stretch again, grabbing for the left ankle with the left hand. And your thighs are pretty close towards one another. You're just kicking the left foot into the left hand as you lengthen the left knee away from the left side groin. And then bring yourself back on your back. Hug both knees in towards your chest. You can thread your arms through your knees, reaching for the outer edges of your feet, just coming into Happy Baby, Ananda Balasana, just for about 3 breaths. Bottom of your 3rd breath, just close your knees. And you can either roll to one side or rock your way up to seated. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hope everyone's doing well today. All right, so we are going to take Sukhasana. So crossing, let's say, right shin in front of your left, so we're all kind of in the same situation. All right, so if you're noticing any rounding in the low back, like if you feel like you're kind of protruding out this way with your low back, then grab a little something to sit on. A block can be perfect, maybe a bolster. You're more than welcome to get up, and I'd rather you be comfortable, so set yourself up. So big breath in, rooting down through your sits bones to lift the arms nice and high. So inhaling, kind of reach from your right fingertips to your left fingertips, just lifting up and out of the hips. So imagine the hips are rooting down into the earth, and all this soft tissue, this musculature, you're stretching upwards. So that's your body. You can control that part of your body. So squeeze it in and lift up. Next exhale, left fingertips down, right arm reaches up and over. So as you reach up and over with your right arm, left fingertips down, right arm reaches up and over, yeah. You're just keeping that right side sits bone nice and rooted into the earth. And it's a gentle turning up of the chest towards the ceiling. Gaze can be under your right bicep. Breathing here. And then come back through center on the inhale. Exhale, right fingertips down, left arm reaches up and over. So really luxuriate in this left side body stretch. It's just this, the left side body. Breathe into it, nice and full. And left fingertips down. Move your palms towards the top of the mat. Roll over your ankles. Make your way into tabletop. So wrist creases are going to be parallel to the top of the mat. And your fingers are spread really nice and wide. So big breath in to melt the chest through the shoulders. Tilt the sits bones up. You're releasing the belly towards the earth. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Untuck the toes, round the spine by pressing through the palms, hugging the belly up towards the back, chin towards the chest. And then inhaling for your cow pose, looking up, arching the spine. Beautiful, Alba. Exhale, untuck and round. So take about 3 more of those. On your breath, go really nice and slow. So really exaggerating the extension and flexion of the spine. Yeah, beautiful, Nancy. And then when you're done, we'll meet in a down dog. So tucking your toes, pressing back, lifting the hips. So really landing in your down dog today. We're going to take about 10 breaths. I know that's a lot. Let's be with each breath, okay? So it's not about the number that we're doing in total. It's about each one, finding divine grace in that. Breathe. Bottom of your next exhale, really nice and slow. Start to walk towards the top of your mat. So finding your blocks, just placing them at the top of your mat on whatever height that you prefer. Make sure they're just shoulder width distance. Your feet are going to be hip width distance. And then we're just going to take a moment here to really kind of feel our feet. So rolling to the ball mounds of the feet, lift the heels. And then we're going to roll to the heels and lift the ball mounds of the feet. And then do that again. Rolling to the ball mounds. And back to the heels. And then lay your feet flat. Just roll to the outside edges. So lift the inner edges. And then roll to the inside edges, lifting the outer edges. Okay, plant your feet flat. See if you can root down through all 4 corners of both feet. Little kick in the knees. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back by pressing into your blocks. Exhale and fold. Crown of the head reaches for the earth. Inhale, press through your feet to rise the arms all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to blocks or ground. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back, and pause. See if you can get your hips in line with your ankles. So hands should be down on the blocks or ground so you can lift blocks. So there are blocks in the back of the room if anyone needs them, by the way, right there in the cubbies. And then on your exhale, you're folding, crown of the head reaching for the earth. Inhale, press through your feet to rise the arms all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by your side, Tadasana. All right, inhale, arms rise up, filling up all the way with air. Exhale, forward fold, hands to blocks. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back, spine is long. Exhale, fold, crown of the head reaches for the earth. Inhale, arms rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by our side, Tadasana. So we're going to do that one more time. This time is going to be the most impeccable sun breath we have ever done. So inhaling, fill all the way up. Really feel it. Exhale, forward fold. Is it impeccable? I'm feeling it. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back. Fill the belly with air. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands by your side. Beautiful. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, forward fold, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale, plant palms, step your left foot back, right foot back, top of a push-up. All right, big breath in, shift your shoulders forward of your wrists and pause. So fingers are spread really nice and wide. You're pressing your base knuckles down into the ground a lot. Externally rotate the shoulders by turning the pale sides forward. You got this. One more breath in. And then on the exhale, drop your knees, untuck your toes, broaden the chest. And start to lower down by bending the elbows in towards the midline. Beautiful, Jen. Pull through to your back bend, so dropping the pelvis down. Keep it low to begin. Exhale, back down dog. Taking 3 breaths in your down dog today. And bottom of your third exhale, make your way towards the top of your mat. Finding your blocks, inhaling for the lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, crown of the head reaches for the earth. Inhale, arms rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to ground or block. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back, pause. See if you can shift your hips in line with your ankles, so weight a little more so in the ball mounds of the feet. Beautiful. Root down through the heels and widen them, engaging the outer hips. All right. Crown of the head reaches for the earth. Fold down. Palms plant. Step your right foot back, left foot back. Top of a push-up. So finding that low core, engaging the low belly muscles. Inhale the shoulders forward of the wrists. Come high up on your tippy toes. Exhale, option to keep the knees lifted as you lower down. Nice, Spence, real strong. Pull through. Beautiful job. And press all the way back. Down dog. Taking 3 breaths here. So Matt went to a concert in LA about a month ago, and he found Jade Bird, who is this artist, and he loves her. So she's great. She really is. So I put her on the playlist today. Big breath in. I don't know if anyone else knows her. And then exhale, walk your feet towards your hands. It's like a very strong woman voice. I love it. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms rise up. Last one, impeccable. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale, plant palms, left foot, right foot, step back, top of a push-up. Inhale, lift forward. Or lower down first. Lower down and then lift forward into your cobra pose. Beautiful job. Exhale, back, down dog. So in these last 2 breaths, really finding that flow of the breath, the rhythm. And on your second exhale, make your way towards the top of your mat. Inhale, find your blocks, lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale and fold, crown of the head reaching for the earth. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, step your left foot back only. Okay, here's that lunge, right? There it is. All right, so pausing here in this lunge. Being here with this lunge. Where's your right knee? So right knee is going to be right over your right ankle, and you're wrapping the right hip back, left hip forward. So engaging the outer hips of that right side. Big breath in to lift the heads of the shoulders away from the ground. And then on the exhale, you're just going to drop your back knee, grab your blocks, runner stretch. So really kind of digging this right heel into the ground a lot. You're wrapping the entire right hip back. So it's kind of like you're dragging the right heel on the ground, like you're going to wrinkle up the center of your mat. Big breath in to lift the heads of the shoulders, squeeze the upper back, and then on the exhale, you're hinging forward. Crown of the head reaching for your right toes. Your right toes are reaching for the crown of your head. And it's just this right here. Just this. That's right. Breathing into the back of the right leg. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then start to bend into your right knee. Move your blocks back forward. Hands plant on either side of your right foot. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. We're going to start to engage the core and rise all the way up to your high lunge. So being here with this high lunge, we're just going to bend the back knee just a touch. Wrap the right hip back, left hip forward. Deep bend in that front knee. Keep all of that. Hug the belly in towards the back and start to lengthen the left heel back as you straighten that left knee. Okay, I'm feeling the top of my left thigh. I don't know about you guys. Big breath in. And exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Big breath in to lift the shoulders away. Exhale, step the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Find your blocks. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale, plant your palms down, step your right foot back. All right, low lunge. Left knee is going to be directly over your left ankle. You're pressing down into that left foot a lot, engaging the outer left hip and wrapping that left hip back, right hip forward. All right, big breath in to pull the heads of the shoulders away from the ground. Exhale, drop the back knee, grab your blocks, straighten your front leg for runner's stretch. Okay, so you're wrapping the left hip back, right hip forward. You're going to inhale, reach the heart up, and exhale, fold. So crown of the head reaching for the toes. The toes are going to be reaching for the crown of the head. And breathing into the back of the leg. Here you go. You're welcome. Okay, final breath here. And on your exhale, just start to bend into that left knee. You can move your blocks forward. Hands plant on either side of your left foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Low lunge just for a breath in. On the exhale, you're going to start to tighten the core and rise your arms up to high lunge. Big breath in here. Exhale, little bend in the back knee. Deep bend in the left knee, the front knee. Wrap the left hip back, right hip forward. Hug the belly in towards the back. And then just start to lengthen the right heel back, straightening that right knee all the way. Big breath in. And exhale, hands down on either side of your left foot. Inhale, reach the heads of the shoulders away from the ground. Exhale, slide the right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms reach. Exhale, hands by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale, plant palms, step your left foot back, low lunge. Big breath in, pulling the heads of the shoulders away from the ground. And on the exhale, just wrap your right hip back. See if you can bend into your right knee just a touch more. Okay, keep that. See if you can lengthen the left heel back, straightening that left knee, reaching the left thigh away from the ground. Keep that. Big breath in. And on your exhale, plant your left fingertips, right arm rises. Lunge twist. So just being here in this twist right now, feeling that right thigh working. Last inhale. And on your exhale, right hand down on the inside of your right foot. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. We're going to lower down to our forearms. If you can, if you like. You have the option to stay on palms, but I'd like you to challenge yourself. So either taking forearms on top of a block on lowest or middle or highest height. So rooting down through the inside edge of your right foot and hugging that right knee in towards your midline. See if you can press down into your forearms and start to reach your chest through your shoulders. So squeezing the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together, finding your core. We've got 3 breaths here. And lifting back up to your palms, you can remove your block. Just tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, pivot the back foot 90 and walk your hands towards the front left corner of your mat. So that left foot, the back foot, is going to be parallel to the back edge of your mat. And your hands are kind of like down dog arms. You're pressing your palms into the ground and externally rotating the shoulders by turning the pale sides towards one another. So deep bend in that right knee. We've got 3 breaths here. And bottom of your 3rd exhale, walk your hands over towards the left long edge. Right toes will spin with you for your wide-legged fold. So both feet parallel to one another or slightly turned in. We're lifting up high on your fingertips to reach the heart forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Crown of the head reaching for the earth. Keep a little kick in the knees as you hug your feet towards one another. So the insides of the legs are super active here. And you're doing your best to keep your hips in line with your ankles. So that usually means a little more weight in the ball mounds of the feet. And then just about 3 more breaths here. This is a really nice opportunity to kind of reverse the pressure of the cervical spine. So just nodding your head yes, shaking it no. Just inviting some space. And then turn the left toes out 45 degrees. You're going to walk your hands over towards the left foot. Bend into that left knee and turn your right toes up towards the ceiling. Yes, Skandasana, back of your mat. Cool. So I like to keep my hands down to begin. Just finding my legs first. So pressing down through both heels. Squeezing your heels towards one another. You're engaging your outer left hip to reach that left knee so that it tracks directly over your 2nd big toe. Nice, Spence. And then we're going to do this exact thing on the other side towards the top of the mat. So turning the right toes out 45, left toes turn up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your heels together. Just this right here. Engaging the outer right hip. Reaching that right knee wide. And walk your hands to frame your right foot, low lunge, top of your mat, all 10 toes facing forward. Inhale, pull the heads of the shoulders away from the ground. Exhale, slide the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, lifting the low belly, upper back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms reach. Pause here, take your feet as wide as the mat. And then just catch your left wrist with your right fingertips and take a side body lean towards the right. Breathing into the left side body. Make sure your hips don't swing out too far to the right or left. You want them relatively centered as you reach up and over. So this actually requires a lot of core strength. So finding those muscles of the core. Next inhale back through center. And on the exhale, just switch the grip and then take a side body lean towards the left. So breathing nice and full into the right side body. Inhale back through center, heel toe your feet hips width distance. Exhale, forward fold, hands down to blocks. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale, plant palms, step your right foot back, low lunge. Big breath in, pull the heads of the shoulders away from the ground. Be in your low lunge. Find divine grace here. Stacking that left knee over your left ankle. You're wrapping the left hip back, lengthening the right heel back. Left knee forward, descending the hips down. One more breath in. Reach the heads of the shoulders away from the ground. Exhale, plant your right fingertips, left arm rises. Beautiful job. Left hand down inside of your left foot. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Find your lizard lunge. So 2 hands down on the inside of your left foot. Option to stay high up on palms or challenge yourself to bringing yourself down to forearms. Either directly on the ground or on top of a block on lowest, middle, or highest height. Wherever you are, pressing down through the inside edge of your left foot and hugging that left knee in towards the midline. So finding your core here. Lifting the belly up towards the back. Just 2 more breaths. Lift yourself back up to your palms. Remove your block if you used it. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Pivot the back heel down, bringing the pinky edge side of your right foot parallel to the back of your mat. Walk your hands towards the front right corner. So pressing into that left foot a lot, wrapping the left hip back on your mat. Keep a little bend in your back knee. Just this right here. Two more breaths. Second exhale, walk your hands over towards the right long edge. Left toes will turn with you for your wide-legged fold. Big breath in to lift high up on fingertops. Reach the heart forward. Pause here. See if you can get your hips in line with your ankles. And then fold down, crown of the head reaching for the earth. So just a couple more breaths here. You can nod your head yes, shake your head no, inviting some space between the vertebrae of the cervical spine. And lift high up on your fingertops, inhaling. Turn the right toes out 45 Skandasana towards the back of your mat, bending into that right knee. This time you can challenge yourself and bring your hands to heart center or keep them down on the ground. Wherever you are, heels are digging in and squeezing towards one another. Really strong in the legs. Find this pose right here, right now. Where's the breath? Skandasana, top of your mat. Left toes turn out, right turn up towards the ceiling. 2 heels digging down, squeezing towards one another. So beautiful, Anna. Strong. Nice, Deb. One more breath in. Exhale to your low lunge, top of the mat. Hands frame your left foot. Big breath in to pull the heads of the shoulders away from the ground. On the exhale, slide that right foot to meet the left. Find your blocks. Inhaling, lift the low belly, upper back. Bring your blocks all the way on to highest height. So then we're going to tent our fingertips over top our blocks and just squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together. So we're lengthening the heart forward, big breath in. And on the exhale, shift your weight into your left foot, kick your right leg all the way back, warrior 3. So you're keeping that right heel in line with your seat, kicking through the right heel, lengthening all the way through to the crown of the head. Squeeze the upper back. It's a tiny back bend. Big breath in. And on the exhale, right foot steps all the way towards the back of the mat, arms rise for your high lunge. Okay, we're going to take like 5 breaths in this high lunge. Can we do it? Are we going to hate me? 5 really long breaths, impeccable breaths in this high lunge. So I'm going to go over alignment. You can listen or not. Left knee over your left ankle. Wrapping your left hip back, right hip forward. Keep all of that. Hug your belly in. Lengthen your tailbone down. Keep that. See if you can challenge yourself. Bend a little more into this left knee. Reach a little further back with that right heel. Okay, 2 more breaths. Spin the back heel down. Warrior 2. Open up towards the right side of your mat. Big breath in. And on the exhale, straighten this left leg. Slide the right hand down the right leg. Flip the left palm. Reach back for your reverse triangle. Last breath in. And exhale to your side angle, bending into your left knee, left elbow over top your left thigh. Sweep the right arm up and over your right ear. Inhaling here, turn your chest up towards the ceiling. 3 breaths. Deep bend in this left knee. Where is your mind right now? Past, present, future. Be here. And right hand, left hand, frame your left foot. Turn all 10 toes facing forward. Inhale, lift the heads of the shoulders away from the ground. Exhale, slide the right foot to meet the left. Forward fold, grab your blocks. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Tent your fingertips so they're high up on highest height on your blocks. And then shift your weight into your right foot as you kick that left foot back. So keeping that heel in line with your hip, in line with the crown of your head. You're squeezing the tips of the shoulder blades together. Drop that left hip down in line with the right. 1 more breath in. Exhale to your high lunge. Step that left foot all the way back, arms rise. All right, we got this. Going over alignment, right knee over right ankle. Wrapping the right hip back. See if you can reach forward a little more into that right knee. Always option for hands down on blocks. Kick through that left heel a tiny bit more. Big breath in. Exhale it out. We're here. Final breath in. And exhale, open up to your warrior 2, spinning that back heel down so pinky edge side parallel to the back of the mat. Big breath in. For length in the spine, stack your shoulders over your hips. And on the exhale, straighten that right leg. Reverse triangle, sliding the left hand down the left leg, flipping the right palm and reaching back. Beautiful. Nice, Amy. And side angle, bending into your right knee, right elbow over top your right thigh. Sweep the left arm up and over your left ear. So you're pressing into that right elbow a lot to lift up and out of that right shoulder socket. Turning your heart up towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Nice, Sean. And left hand down, right hand down. Frame your right foot. Turn all 10 toes forward. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale, slide the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, press into your blocks to lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms reach. Exhale, connect the palms and pull your hands down through heart center. Shift your weight into your left foot and reach your right knee in towards your chest. Yeah. So option to just pause here and work on the muscles of the left leg, the left foot, kind of finding balance. Or you can make your way into tree pose. So bringing the sole of the right foot towards the inner left thigh. And then I really want you guys to wiggle. I want you to feel wobbly. So find the muscles that like correct your balance. Fall out of it and then come back in. Keeping a little buoyancy in the left knee. We're here for 2 more breaths. And then step the right foot down. Inhale, both arms rise. Connect the palms and exhale, pull your palms down through heart center. Shift your weight into your right foot this time, left knee in towards your chest. An option to just stay here, kind of wiggling around, finding the muscles of that right leg, the right foot, waking up the proprioceptors of the foot, or opening up to your tree pose and doing the same thing. So I encourage wobbling. That's the only way we build those muscles that are going to help correct us from falling over. And step that left foot down. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, forward fold, hands to blocks. Inhale, lift the low belly, upper back. Exhale, plant palms, step right foot, left foot, top of a push-up. Inhale, shoulders forward of your wrists. Exhale, lower down option to lower your knees first. Pulling through to your back bend, dropping the hips. And exhale back to your down dog. Big breath in, right leg rises, bend the knee, open the hip. Almost done here. And then slide the right knee forward towards your right wrist, finding your pigeon pose, shimmying that left leg back. So we're going to fold right down, but before we do, actually, I just want to make sure everyone knows. So if we're 45 degrees or under with this front knee, then we're going to be pointing these toes like crazy. If we're anything more towards parallel towards the top of the mat, then we're going to be flexing the toes. So pulling the toes back towards the shin. But if you're 45 and under, point the toes. You're pressing into the outer right edge of your shin and the top of the right foot as you fold down. Gently wrapping this right hip back, left hip forward. And then just this in this pose here, right now. Next, to exhale, make your way back up to your palms. Tuck your left toes, right leg up and back. Down dog. Big breath in between sides. And exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, left leg rises, bend the knee, open the hip. Big breath in. And on your exhale, slide that left knee forward towards your left wrist, shimmying that right leg back and either pointing or flexing your toes, pressing into that outer left shin, gently wrapping the left hip back as you fold. Noticing where your breath is. And making your way up to your palms. Tucking your back toes, left leg up and back, down dog. Big breath in. And exhale, side out. Drop your knees down towards the ground. Untuck your toes, sit your seat back towards your heels. Walk your hands over towards the left side off your mat. So you can reach your seat away from your heels just a touch to walk the hands out really far. And then you're going to plant them into the ground and then sit your seat back towards your heels, especially wrapping that right hip back. So feeling that stretching, that lengthening across the right side of the body, breathing into that space. How can we be the most right here, right now? And then walking your hands over towards the right, pressing the palms down and sitting the hips back towards the heels. Breathing into the left side body now. Walk your hands back through center. Lift your hips away from your heels. Tuck your toes. We're going to pivot the left shin 90. Step the right foot towards the back of the mat. Right arm rises for your gate pose. So on the inhale, lifting the left side body away from the ground, reaching the right fingertips all the way up. And on the exhale, bring the right palm parallel to the ground in front of you. Plug that right shoulder back, squeezing the tips of the shoulder blades together, and then sweep that right arm up and over your right ear. So pressing down through the pinky edge side of your right foot and reaching long through the right fingertips, breathing into that side body. And right fingertips down, right knee steps forward, pivot the left shin back around tabletop. Turning the right shin around 90 degrees, step the left foot back, left arm rises. So your pinky edge side of your left foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. And you're lifting the right side body away from the ground on the inhale. On the exhale, bring the left palm parallel to the ground in front of you. Plug that left shoulder back and sweep the arm up and over your left ear. Breathing into the whole side body, nice and full. And left hand down, tabletop. We're going to shift the chest through the shoulders and then lower all the way down to your belly. Take your arms to a cactus, bringing your left ear to the ground. Tenting the right fingertips and walking them back towards your face, you're going to roll onto the left side body. So option to stay here with your right leg stacked over your left, or you can step that right foot behind you. So each inhale, you're lengthening that left elbow away from the left shoulder. And then coming back through center, we'll take the other side, right ear down on the ground. Bring your right elbow in line with your right shoulder, making a 90-degree angle with that right arm. And then rolling to your right side, walking the left fingertips towards your face. Option to step that left foot behind you or keep it stacked on top of the right. And come back through center. Take your hands to frame your low ribs. Press yourself up to a low cobra. And back to tabletop, sitting your seat towards your heels, child's pose, just for one breath in. Exhale, walk your hands back towards your knees. Shift your hips onto the ground and wrap your legs around. So we're going to make our way all the way down to our backs. Ending with 2 bridge poses. We're just going to rest our elbows down on the ground, bending them, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. Make sure your ankles are close enough to just graze your heels with your fingertips. And then press into the backs of the arms and the feet to lift the hips nice and high. So option to stay here, squeezing the upper back, or interlace fingers and just roll to your left side, wrapping your right shoulder under. Roll to your right side, wrapping your left shoulder under. Punching your fists into the ground and lifting the hips high. Heart reaches for the back of the mat as your knees reach forward. One more breath in. And exhale, lower down. Windshield wiper the knees in between sides, just letting the knees fall towards one side and the other. And once they're back center, pause and take one more bridge pose. So bending the elbows, fingertips pointing up. Press into your triceps and your feet to lift your hips. Option to stay just like that, or interlace your fingers and roll from one side to the other, squeezing your shoulder blades towards one another. And staying there 3 final breaths. Releasing the hips down. And windshield wiping the knees from side to side. Next time you're back through center, just pause. Take your right ankle over top your left knee. And then bend the elbows, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. Lift your hips. Shift them over towards the left side of your mat. Drop them down. And then drop both knees towards the right. Yeah, so then just taking your right palm to rest over top your right knee. Left arm can stretch out towards the left. Come back through center. Uncross your legs. Left ankle over top your right knee. Lift the hips. Shift them over towards the right. Drop them down. Both knees will fall towards the left. Extend the right arm towards the right. Gaze can follow. Bring your knees back through center, uncross your legs. Take your knees in towards your chest. Option for happy baby Ananda Balasana here, threading your arms through your knees, reaching for the outer edges of your feet. Or just stay with knees hugging in towards your chest, maybe rocking from side to side. Reveling in these last few breaths of your practice. And And when you're ready, making your way into Shavasana, legs long, arms by your side. So you can either end with palms facing up or palms facing down. Palms facing down is really receiving, or really grounding. Palms facing up, very receiving. So the mountain wisdom I am bringing to you today, you can find divine grace in low lunge. Wherever you are, it's just this. Right here, right there. Being all the way present. Take a big breath in, filling your body with air. Exhale it out. Feel what muscles contract when you exhale. Feel your body against the ground. The difference of your muscles from before a practice till now. The breath, the energy, right here. Start to invite some movement back in your body. Wiggling fingers and toes, maybe rocking your head from side to side. Just releasing the tension in the back of the head. And when you're ready, taking your time, make your way up to your favorite seated position. So we'll end with our palms pressing at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Thumbs pressing into your sternum. Lift your chest into your thumbs. Take a big breath in, everyone together. Exhale it out. That was beautiful. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. Bow your chin to your chest, thumbs to your third eye. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Happy Saturday. Such a fun group today. All right, I don't think I have any announcements. Our event that was